I love the Golden Girls. Not only are they societally relevant, but there are so many episodes that address universal fears, concerns, what's going on in the world. And they did so beautifully at a time when things like that were not talked about, when a lot of things were brushed under the rug. And not only brushed under the rug, but shows and people that did discuss these things kind of put it in a mocking sense. But the Golden Girls didn't do that. They brought compassion and heartfelt conversation surrounding the difficult topics. So we do have the foresight to know that whatever they're going through, the four of them, that they're going to be okay because A, they have each other, and B, they're the main characters. So they're not going to put in any storyline that's going to drastically change things. So we know they're going to be okay. And I think that gives us a little bit of a sense of peace. But when they do have something that affects a character in a long-term sense, they beautifully bring that about through telling somebody else's story, somebody that the girls themselves had known. They established the history. So, for instance, there are a lot of issues affecting elderly people that Sophia's friends were going through. So they were able to talk about people who can't afford nursing homes anymore, Alzheimer's, people who are in nursing homes that are not run very well, all these different concerns. And it is also mentioned that Sophia feels blessed to have a family with them. When Dorothy had to go to the doctor repeatedly just to find that something was wrong, that it wasn't just all in her head like other doctors had told her. That is something that a lot of people struggle with. Rose and ageism when she was trying to find a job. Then we have Blanche, a character who is so in love with herself and in love with everything that she is. And she ends up in a relationship with a man who made her question all of those things, made her question her own worth and value, and even her looks, the things that she prides herself on so much. And I think that this shows it can happen to anyone. It removes the stereotype of what so many people think these relationships are, that it preys upon the insecure, and that's not always true. It can happen to anyone. The reinvention of the idea of family and what it means to actually be a family. Teen pregnancy, and they were able to do so in a way that was in hindsight, where everything turned out okay. And Dorothy was able to talk to the father down the street whose daughter was going through this and tell him she needs you right now. She doesn't have anybody else. And I think that that was so beautifully done and beautifully talked about.